If you're here, give yourself a round of applause. Big shout out to everyone watching. It's Jrod on point. We are here. So lay back, relax, chill, relax and live stream. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day today. Let me know if you're here. Big shout out to the people that is watching right now. It's Jrod on point. How everyone doing today? Hopefully you got time, cause I got time. It's gonna be a good one though. It's gonna be a good one. Thank you, Jane. Big shout out to Jane. Jane here. Very appreciated. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Big shout out to Jane from the UK. Very so much appreciated. We're gonna try to make it count. We're gonna try to make it count today. Big shout out to Amy Conway. She's not feeling well. Last time I spoke with her, Amy Conway not feeling well. So we're gonna have our thoughts and prayers for Amy Conway, and hopefully, she feel better soon, and she could re-enjoy back to the live stream. Fast recovery. We wish to our sister Amy Conway. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Very appreciated. But we got Jane in the chat. Thank you so much. Today we're gonna talk about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. Joanne is here. Thank you so much, Joanne. We very appreciate it. Joanne here. Yeah, Amy not feeling well. She told me she taking a little break, little relaxing time for the sister to get better. And we wish nothing but the best. Thoughts and prayers to Amy Conway. We miss you, and hopefully you get better soon. Big shout out to Joanne from Utah. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciated. Today we're going to talk about the Idaho full Bryan Kohberger case. Grandstand sentencing drama. For those that looked at it, for those that paid attention, I watched it live, and then I have rewatched it many times because I want to make sure that when I come back at Jack, because as Jack can see, it's summertime and a lot of things going on. I got many excuses. No worry. I hear your messages, your emails, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. Yes, everything is good and well over here in this side of the fence. So hopefully everyone's having a great time with your life and what y'all got going on your personal life. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Great vibe, positive thoughts is very important for the community to have a positive take on things. Okay, give me 1 second, please. Right around with the OG, me, fat boy smoke a OG with the dope lean fofo to the police. Listen, never give a hoe with a holy. As I proceed, getting money with my whole team. Cold D's gonna ride to the slowly. Hold me a bitch bad, but you chose me. So how Joanne and Jane are doing today? Did y'all watch the sentencing hearing? I have a video coming out about the sentencing hearing. Like I have like the whole thing. But y'all know me, I chop it up, chop it up. And actually made it look I think I made it look better than I don't know. I think that I think by the time I upload the video, I might chop it up. I'm gonna chop it up in sections. I might. What y'all think? I might chop it up by sections of like every grief man of the victim's family, uh, or should I just put the whole thing, put the premiere, the whole thing, and let it fly? What would you like? Y'all want sessions of it, or y'all want like the whole thing? I could do both. I could like chop it up and then throw the whole thing like I do with the live streams and stuff like that. I got more episodes. I got more episodes from that one live stream. Anyway, I got couple of episodes coming out from that one live stream that we had last weekend. I know that it's taking me a little extra time to put the episodes out, but again, I'm doing that while at the same time doing my personal life, day by day things that I do as a father and whatnot. So it's been taking me a little long to put things together. Um, my apologies for not being live this whole weekend. Today is Monday, early morning Monday. My apologies for not being live a little sooner with this. But listen, it was Call of Duty weekend, the last tournament of the weekend, ECW, EWC. And the team that I follow and that I like in the way they play for years and years since like Black Ops 4 is Optic Gaming, and they won the tournament. I was very excited about that. I follow like the whole weekend. So it was early morning game, so I was going to sleep. I was going to sleep to make sure that I catch up with the games early in the morning by 8 o'clock a.m. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Thank you so much for seeing you here. Love to all in bed. Had to get up, take antibiotics. I go back to sleep. Use my energy today earlier. Love. See you soon. Need sleep. Big shout out to Amy Conway. We sending thoughts and prayers your way. Saludos a la familia, and we hope and pray for early, sooner recovery. And please make sure you relax. Everything's good here. We got Joanne. We got Jane. We in good hands, and we appreciate you so much for everything that you do. Just please, sister, have your relaxing time. If you want, you could just let it play. You don't have to be on the chat, you know me, but at least you listen to what's going on. That'll be good. We love and appreciate you very, very much. But get yourself some sleep. Get yourself some sleep. It's time to get some energy back. Tomorrow is another day. It's always gonna be another live stream. But today we're gonna be talking about the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, grandstand sentencing drama. I don't know if for those that actually watch the sentencing hearing. Listen, it was tough for me to keep like a serious face, and I know a lot of people won't be hating on this. I might get the comments, but what would I do or who I be if I wasn't me? Due to what I know, so it was a tough watch. It was a tough watch. We miss you too, Amy Conway. We miss you too. Hugs and kisses. Big shout out to the whole family over there. We always miss you here. We appreciate you so much from the bottom of our heart. And hopefully we see you on the next live stream so we could talk about the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, or probably be talking about some other topics that I'm developing and I'm about to work on in some live streams We're gonna go back to the no jumper content. There's a lot of things going on that are very interesting. But today we're definitely gonna talk about the sentencing hearing. Cause man, if you ask me, it was a tough watch. Why? And I'm gonna explain why it was a tough watch. Cause it was like it gets to one point, right? That people, I want to say people, forget what is being presented in court from the very top, right? So when things are already factual in court about certain things that they have presented, how can hold on. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice because I listen, man. I'm Jrod on point. Listen, I get this all day, all night. Listen, you heartless, Jrod. How can you speak like that having children, Jrod? How can you not feel the pain of the parents? How Jrod? Jrod, why you so heartless? And I'm over here. I watch the comments, and I'm like if y'all pay attention to the whole thing and not and stop being selective, because it's like y'all always want to talk about like little chunks instead of like bring the whole perspective of the conversation, which I understand. Content is content. Listen, I'm not a big content creator, but I'm pretty popular. I get that. I get that. It's okay. Listen, I'm not even gassing myself. I get it. But it was a tough watch because if some things are being already presented in court as factual within the case, right? But then we're gonna sit here and listen to some family members of the victims, and yes, that's my that's my point, Jane. Thank you. The whole case is heartless. It is like all the way from whoever committed this crime. Oh, what you say? Bryan Kohberger confessed. Shut the fuck up. I want to hear that shit. Stop. But when you see some family members that are criticizing, and I'm not saying this, I'm not going to stop. If something that I'm not going to stop is telling you my opinion, my take, my understanding, because again, the day that I stop being myself, I think that the whole purpose of me being here is gonna be lost. You know what I mean? But if we see that at the time the deal is presented by Kohberger and team, the prosecution, listen, if y'all thought, if y'all thought, and I'm gonna say it again, if y'all thought Big shout out to Alexi. Alexi say, "Pain now works for green." All right, all right, all right. Keep it coming. I like that. Big shout out to Alexi. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. So, if the guilters thought, if the guilters thought the saying that, well, Bryan Kohberger was the one that proposed the deal. Stop. I'm gonna say it again. If the guilters thought that saying that, well, but Bryan Kohberger put a deal on the table, and y'all thinking that him doing that, it will make him look like way worse. I don't know where you been your whole life. I really don't know. But at the places that I've been, and being a person that is being in court procedures, let's say, I don't know, let's throw a number out there. I have the experience of like 3 years, 3 years going back and forward from jail to court. I'm not proud of that at all. But if someone don't have no bail, like for 6 months, let's say half a year. Let's say half a year. A person got a no bail, right? He dangerous to the community. He's so don't let it come out. Don't let it come out. Right? And I was so dangerous. Oh my God. He's a criminal. He's a wicked, wicked criminal. But then after 6 months, they can prove and nothing. If in 6 months, right, like you are this badass, right? They make you look like you are the worst of the worst, right? You are like serial killer, some shit like that, right? But then after the 6 months, going to court back and forward after 6 months, prosecution can prove shit. After 6 months of prosecution can prove shit. And they see, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was in jail, you know, I was a stand-up guy, you know what I'm saying? They see, you know what I mean? I'm going to the church group, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to church group, you know, I'm doing like my little jail programs and stuff. They see in the way I perform, I talk, I speak, in the way, you know what I'm saying? I put it all together. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be up there, you know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your hands clean, man. You gotta keep your hands clean. You can't be in jail wilding out. You already got a case in court. You don't want another case. So I'm doing my little thing, right? I even become a trustee. Like in 6 months, I became a trustee. Like I'm chilling, like I'm lifelining, you know what I'm saying? Talking to my guys, going a little, you know what I'm saying? They can't handle lockup. Because listen, for people that don't know, it is not a lot of people, not a lot of people could handle lockup. Being a 6x9, bars and stuff like that. Yeah, you heard me, bars. I was in the old jailhouse too. I was like a back in the days jail type of thing for the worst of the worst. It's okay. It's okay. They made me look like that. It's not about me. But then after 6 months, prosecution can prove nothing. I'm such a badass, right? But you can't prove it. Like I'm such a piece of shit, but you can prove it. This is the same thing that is going on with the Bryan Kohberger case. Bill Thompson already told you, listen, I cannot prove this shit. Bill Thompson already told all of ya. And this is the part that it shocked me. People are selective to what they hear, to what they don't want to hear. Like they hear it, but they don't hear it at the same time. And that for me is like, you're selective, you're a play. Yeah, I can't trust you. You know, that's just me. That's just how I am. You just I can't trust. Listen, I already have trust issues. Like for me to trust you, listen, you gotta go through some shit. I'm just saying. But in this Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, after Bryan Kohberger offered the deal, prosecution took the deal. I hope we're in the same page. Prosecution took the deal. Do you think in the imaginary mind of yours that has all this imagination of yours, do you think that if Bryan Kohberger was guilty, they would take that deal? Do you think that in the same way Judge Hippler said that how can you argue against a DNA match and the judge accept the deal? And the judge accept the deal. You know what? I'm gonna take this up spring because we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna play out. I wanna give it a proper introduction. Here we have a Bryan Kohberger that is being looked at as the worst of the worst. Like lately, they've been saying that he was possessed by a demon in the sentencing. I remember in the very beginning of this case, they were saying that he was a cannibal and some shit. When there's no proof on any type of cannibalism, it was no proof of any sexual play. But we could hear the family of the victims that was complaining about the deal that was taken by the prosecution. We hear the same family, Dagon Calvis, wishing him to get killed in there, wishing him to get raped in there, wishing him, oh no, they call him pedophile. If you wouldn't went to the room at the dark of the night like a pedophile, when Bill Thompson took the deal, he said it very clear that it was no foul play on no sexual stuff. But you see, this is when people show their real self. Because I wouldn't act here in no way. I give you what you get, and that's me. I'm not here with no gimmick. I'm not here with trying to be. I'm being myself to the 100%. But when you listen to a sentencing hearing, and then, yeah, parents could listen, man. I don't know what I would say if I was on their shoes, but I definitely know what I wouldn't say at all. Because this is one thing that everybody got to keep it clean. You just got to keep clean. Keep it 100. If the prosecution from the very top of all was looking shady from the very beginning, everything that they were doing looked shady, all the dirty legal loopholes to go by it and about it. Because if something that we got and we know that it's a fact and it's for sure, is that prosecution did not have nothing for a fact, because if you had something, I don't know, one of the family members saying, oh, and I'm glad that they took the deal because to avoid the chances of mistrial and all this other stuff. So believe me, family members know in the back of their head where everything was. The problem here is, will Bryan Kohberger take a risk of go to trial and have a contaminated pool? Which again, if they have gotten away with denying dismissal motions, that it has all the facts and everything, those motions for dismissal had what they needed to get dismissed. I want people to understand. And it was denied. It was denied, not even being argued in court. For those that want to talk all that yak, for those that want to talk all that yak, those motions for dismissal have what they needed. Why the judge didn't want to argue it? Go and ask him. But the judges, not just John Judge, but Hitler, denied everything that he came their way. They denied, and also took a decision against the defense without the defense on the survey. They stopped the survey deck call without even listening to the defense team. That's due process problems. What else is due process problems? Like, have y'all seen all those documents from Moscow PD? Have y'all seen all those documents that has come out from Moscow PD? If y'all have not paid attention, if y'all don't want to read no documents, I advise you and suggest you to go and take a look at Kathy from the Indie Zone. Big shout out to Kathy. She's doing an amazing work. She's doing an amazing journalism. We appreciate her. And she makes my content life a little easier, because then now I look into documents less. And if I look into a document, I'm 9 times out of 10 looking for what she's talking about. Then if I found anything else, on the side, I come and bring it to y'all. But again, I want to let y'all know, if y'all don't want to read the documents, listen, go to Kathy in the Indie Zone and listen to her content. She got some great commentary. Her podcast is amazing. It's a great digestible podcast, and I do listen, and I'm subscribed to Kathy in the Indie Zone. Big shout outs to her. Big shout out to Jane. Thank you so much. Very appreciate it. So why was it hard listening? And closure, and what I started on the topic about myself that is comparable with what's going on with Kohberger. You say everything that you say about me, but after 6 months, you can't prove it. Guess what happened? I get bail. Because you cannot prove that I'm a dangerous to the society. You cannot prove anything and not a motherfucking thing of all that shit that you talk about, put on paper. And all that shit that you told the judge by yourself. So what happened? You can prove it. I get bail. 10%. I'm out. Right away, same day. And after 2 years, 3 years total. After 3 years of the prosecution trying to make me jump over hoops and try to trick me into a deal, I was like, nah, guess what I want? I wanted to take it to trial. This is what I said. I want to take it to trial, and I want to be tried by the judge. I don't want no trial. I don't want no trial with jury pool. I don't. Because guess what? The jurors, those 12 jurors, they don't know the law. People don't understand. People do not understand that one of the biggest problems within the court system, one of the biggest problems in the United States court system, in my opinion, is that you give someone's life and future to 12 random nobodies that don't know a fucking thing about law. I repeat, in my opinion, the biggest problem of United States court system is that you being judged by your peers. Fuck your peers. I want to be judged by people that know how to interpret it, what the prosecution is talking about. Because if you see, if the prosecution try to be sneaky and try to play cool, the judge will tell them you can't do that. The judge will see what they're trying to do, and even though they see and hear what the prosecution try to say and do, by the time you look at the evidence, the whole story is different. A judge will know that because the judge know how to read prosecution shit. The judge know how to read a defense team and a prosecution team. A judge know how to read that. Okay? Because for the judge to be judged, at one point they were either prosecution or it was even defense. They come from the book of common law, the book of constitutional law. So why would I put myself to be judged by my peers, judged by 12 total strangers that there is a big possibility that the prosecutor know how to put a lie together real good and make it sound so good, but it's a fucking lie. But he make believe real good. So if a prosecutor makes believe real good, it could play you the fuck out as a juror. And even though this is the evidence, the prosecutor gonna make it look like way bigger and higher with aggravants and all this other shit that is not even on the paperwork. When you go to trial, you take a chance on being tried and being judged by 12 dumbasses that they probably doing crimes themselves on the low and don't know what the fuck the law is all about. So when you gonna take a risk and go to trial and get trial by jurors, or you want to be tried by a judge that knows the law and knows, listen, All right, I get what you're saying. But what is on the evidence pile, the discovery, is a whole different story. I appreciate you make it look like. I appreciate your effort. But a good judge will stop the nonsense. A good judge will stop the nonsense. Here in the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case, we saw and heard with our own eyes and ears the judge and Judge Hippler, they were both in bed, in my opinion. They were both in bed with the state. They blocked everything the defense team tried to do, even if they had what it needed to be looked at, to be decided upon. But then now you, as Ann Taylor, you're going to start seeing that it don't matter what you put on record. At this time, you only making record. Because it don't matter what you throw their way. It don't matter if it's on point. They are not going to give a fuck. And they're going to do and say what they want and make it look like. Where's the consequences for the leaks? Y'all make it so big like, oh, if anything gets leaked, this case could get dismissed. We got a leak right the fuck soon as the gag order was put on. Not even a day or two later, the shit from Linda Lane came out. And that's facts. That's facts. And everybody was saying what? Everybody was saying what? That Steve Goncalves was the one that put that shit out because Steve Goncalves' family was the one that he was reaching out for the camera footage. And then at some point, allegedly, they got to that camera footage. So now you're going to tell me a whole bunch of people going to say in YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, IG, everywhere that you could see, everybody was saying like, yeah, the Goncalves put that shit out. Actually, they didn't say the Goncalves. They said Steve Goncalves put that shit out. Not me saying it. They say it. I'm just giving you the facts. That's what it was said from the very beginning when Linda Lane came out. And that was a leak. We was talking about it here in Jrod on Point. And I was telling you, if they being fair, just one leak is enough. The case got a gag order. Y'all make the gag order being so terrible. Like, listen, if a leak come out, this case could get mistrial or dismissal and whatnot. And whoever does that is gonna face consequences, legal consequences. Where is the consequences? Where's the consequences of the first leak? What about all the other leaks? Where is the consequence for that? That shows you when the state and the courthouse are in cahoot. It gives you the proof there is no consequences on something that he could dismiss. Y'all forced these men to take that deal. You know why? I'm gonna put it like this: if Bryan Kohberger don't apply for an appeal, and he take that to live for the rest of his life locked up and don't fight it, then we're gonna sit down here and talk about a lot of shit as soon as all this paperwork come out. Because then we're gonna have a couple of conversations between State of Mind, MK Ultra. We're gonna talk about different topics. But if Bryan Kohberger do not appeal, we got a poll on top. 28 people has voted. I'm gonna close that poll. I'm gonna close the poll. I'm gonna give you for the people that is watching right now that has not voted, I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes and I'm gonna close the poll. The question is, will Bryan Kohberger appeal his deal? We got 86% says yes, 14% says no. I believe that 14% is people that believe that he's guilty. I could be wrong. But in my opinion, we should see an appeal within the 48 days. That's just my opinion. If he doesn't, then we're gonna have to sit down here and have other conversations, and we also need to explore everything that is coming on those documents, because at this day today, everything that has come out from Moscow PD, all that stuff looks weird. I'll explain why also. Jane said he'll appeal. You see, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Everything that they have put out doesn't look good. Does not look good for the prosecution. Does not look good. Because when you're gonna sit there and see a report that he said from that same witness that he says, oh yeah, what Molly, DoorDash driver Molly, saying that yeah, she was parked right next to him. That's another reason why these all went down in the way they went down. Yeah. All these came right after Molly came out. When the DoorDash driver came out, that when that body cam footage came out, okay. Soon as she said what she said, I think Bill Thompson was like, oh, this bitch fucked up. This bitch fucked up. Yeah. She said she was parked right next to him, but the paperwork said that he was parked out back. How can you prove that he was parked out back? What it tells you? Cell phone records are not going to tell you if he was parked out back. So what else you have for you to know that he was parked out back? All that camera that people say was like looking over the girl's house and stuff like that. That shit would have come out already in court. That shit would have come out already in court. It was a camera, a private camera, put it somewhere, and we got footage of Bryan Kohberger coming out the car, going to the house, and then coming out. But no, none of that shit. Bill Thompson said it very clear that he cannot prove that Bryan Kohberger was there. He said it. That even though we don't have no proof, even Bill Thompson said, even though we don't have no proof that he was there, we have Olivia Goncalves saying like, oh, how did you feel when you came back in the morning? And the cop said it very clear. It was no indications of Bryan Kohberger. We nowhere around in the early morning. And as we could tell, early morning, it was a lot of people around that house. As we could tell, it was a lot of people around that house early morning. That's the word on the street. Listen, don't believe me. Don't listen. Who cares about what TheOnPoint said? Don't worry about what TheOnPoint said. Worry about the reality of what's going on. Don't worry about me. It's all my opinion over here. We talk about what we see in the public eye. You know, we sprinkle a little bit with the word on the street. You know what I'm saying? But we're just giving you what's out there. Don't blame me. Listen, I'm only the messenger. I don't know nothing. Listen, I don't know nothing. I don't even know what y'all watching. Y'all wasting your time. Like, for real. I swear. I don't know shit, right? I have not know shit for the past 2 years and a half, not even the Kiely Rodni case, right? Ah, yeah, Jane, they listen. They just give me a giggle every time I hear in the way they talk about me. I'm just like flattered. I'm like, damn, that's good. That's real. I like what you're saying. Like, I like that shit. Listen, good promo, bad promo is promo, okay? It's all good. It's all good. It's gravy for me though. I mean, y'all here watching, right? So I guess it's working. Big shout out to the people watching. I know that it's Jane on the chat. I know that everybody else watching. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I know Joanne is around. Amy probably is around. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Yeah. You know, if you don't come to the chat, say, yo, what's up? I'm watching you. I just take it like, I guess it's some hate watch going on. I like that. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Because for a small channel, listen, for a small channel like mine, out the algorithm, not even monetized no more, not no longer. Like, I don't get the perks of being promoted by YouTube. I don't get that. Like, listen, if y'all don't like these, how many likes we have? If y'all don't like this, like, this is not going nowhere. Okay, you understand that? 21 people. Listen, I'm a lucky guy. I'm a lucky guy. Listen, what? 21 people like this shit? I'm a lucky guy, I'll tell you right now, and I'll tell you why. I have watched other channels with 2,000 subscribers that they have like 2-3 people watching, and I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? We like 2-3 likes. Like, that's channels on my range, like on the 2,000. You know, on the 2,000 subscriber. I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I don't even know what y'all watching. I'll tell you that right now. Hey, listen, thank you. I appreciate you though. Alexi, I don't know if Alexis around. Hi, big shout out to Alexis. Thank you for watching. Very appreciated though. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shouldn't be watching. Yeah, listen, yeah, waste your time. All right. Thank you. Come back again. So what about we start watching the hearing and torture ourselves? Because this is gonna be a torture. This is gonna be a torture. Like, for the people that know how this case was presented by the prosecution. Because we need to understand that the reason why we got this position on Kohberger possible innocence, right? Is because the same things the state have brought to the table. You know, y'all could call me a pro burger and all this other shit, but I always told y'all from the very top, we listen over here, we don't care what's going on with this guy. We only care about the Constitution of the United States of America and making sure that whatever investigation and everything that he has come out about this case, it match, that it makes sense, that is something that it cannot be argued in court. But when you go and start using all these sneaky legal but illegal but illegal loopholes, and especially if you have a judge that don't have no experience at all whatsoever, like Hitler, because he don't he do not checking his background, like on the cases that he had been a judge for. He do not have experience to handle this case. And the problem that I have with it is that, in my opinion, we could see the connections between Superior Court. Yeah, victims defender better. Yeah, the victims deserve better. The victims do deserve better. But here's what we see. Here's what we see the problem with the Superior Court in Idaho, because the Superior Court, allegedly, the Superior Court in Idaho was the ones that picked and choose Hitler. when it's many other judges that you could pick upon, and they'll be way better judges because at least they have the experience that it takes to take care of a case of this magnitude, right? Because again, if the state take this case as they say they taking this case serious, you tell me, do they taking this deal? Because I don't know about you, but about me, I know that when I found out that Bryan Kohberger's team, like Bryan Kohberger, I guess being advised by his team, okay, he was like, again, I believe that for him to take this plea, and Taylor sat there and told him all the avenues that he has, okay, for him to take this deal. The problem here is that if the corruption problem is all the way up there in Superior Court, if this man is 100% innocent and he's being framed, he should appeal it, right? If that's what's going on. If he's being framed to a point that is master class, like, listen, you have the not just the prosecution, but you have the court against you. This is what you should do, because we cannot fight this case on trial. You know what I mean? Like, I believe that Ann Taylor, knowing already that, okay, I put this even for the Frank hearing, a Frank hearing with everything that he was put out there, that even the judge said that if all this is true, is indictable, that the people gonna be disbarred, and it's indictable. I just want people to use the common sense. It came out of Judge Hippler's mouth that if this report from Cy is correct, people get disbarred and people get indicted out of that report. So how come that you did not want to investigate that, but you call Cy a conspiracy theorist? Judge Hippler called a conspiracy theorist an expert that teach other experts that teach CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, etc., etc., etc. These Cy built that shit. This is his program. How can you as a judge argue with someone that built that program from the ground up and is teaching you how to use it? You, the state. How can you use these men to lock up a whole bunch of people, but this one time that the guy works for the defense team and he's showing you, listen, this is not looking good. This is no good. But y'all know that that cell phone data is fabricated. And yes, it's indictable. And yeah, people gonna get this bar. If that come out, it's gonna make y'all look stupid. So what you do? You deny anything that it goes that way. You deny a Frank hearing that you know for a fact that if you would allow that Frank hearing to come up, even though if it was a private session, everything would come out at the end anyway. And after that session comes out, a major investigation against the prosecution and even the court, because the leaks would have happened. Steve Goncalves already said that the leaks came out of the court. Steve Goncalves already told ya that the leaks came direct from the court. From a court staff member. So guess what? That includes the prosecution. You know that? Because the prosecution is court staff. And Judge Hippler put the prosecution under notice. They didn't put the defense team on the notice and all of that stuff, right? Where's the consequences? How come that not even a private frank hearing, which Judge Hippler wouldn't know that for a frank hearing, especially that it has to do with incompetency or violations or malicious doing in the investigation, the media and Ann Taylor would request that that frank hearing would be live for the people to see. You as a judge would look real bad denying that. Terrible, terrible judge. You would look bad denying that. It would be people yelling on top of their lungs about it. You didn't want that smoke. You didn't want that smoke, Hitler. You did not want the smoke of people telling you, like, why are you going to keep this private when this is what we need to see? When this is what we need to see. We need to know if the prosecution and the investigation was on point and due process to it. Okay? We need to know if that grand jury, it was manipulated and brought back with false evidence. We need to know that. We need to ask questions to Maury. We need to ask him questions, put him in the hot seat. What? Hitler, what? Prosecution, y'all got scared? Because Judge Hitler allowed Ann Taylor to talk to balance? Is y'all scared? Is y'all scared to go to trial because Hitler allowed, and he admit that motion. Yeah, you were scared of talking to balance. That's the problem. It's scared. Scared of have balance on that share. Because guess what? It's no lying when you in that share. So if balance would have put his point the finger, oh, well, we told Moscow PD to not use this information because we wouldn't be able to prove shit. Then we went around the boat and yeah, you know, I got some information way before he was arrested. We combined the cell phone data with DNA. Listen, we just needed an excuse to go to Pennsylvania, okay? And if balance even say that, is over. Mistrial. That's what I ran away from. Jane, listen, I'm on top of it. Listen, I don't even have to play this too. I might be just teasing you. Hold on, let me take it off the camera. I might be just teasing you with that. No, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it. I need to put that content out, you know. I need to put that content out because I got my own editing, I got my own mastering, I got the sentencing hearing already edit, master, and ready to go. But I'm running late with a whole bunch of content that I gotta put out. I gotta chop up these live streams and put them all out. And it takes long though. Now I know it takes long. But I'll do better. Relax. I'll do better. We're gonna put all this stuff out very, very soon. But where we was, y'all didn't want a balance to testify. Huh? Yeah, y'all didn't want a balance to testify. Huh? Bill Thompson and company took a deal. I could only imagine their face when they heard, hey, Bryan Kohberger has this deal. Listen, as long as you take the death penalty off the table, he'll say whatever the fuck you want him to say. All right, just take that off. Listen, you want to win? Do you want to win? All right, cool. This is what we're gonna do. You take the death penalty off the table. I tell you everything you want to hear, but the truth. In reality, let's talk about it. Talk to me in the chat. But these right here, you know, we're gonna play a little bit. We're gonna play a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all got time, because I got time. And we're gonna talk about it. Yeah, tactics. Because you see, here's this one thing. Okay? Here's this one thing that I know. I still believe in the legal system. I do. Even though everything looks so bad for this case, if he was going to trial, I always said, if this go to trial, it's gonna be a circus. No pun intended. It's gonna be a circus. Because everything that Bill Thompson had, due to that he got to it in a shady way, is gonna look bad. You know, you cannot go to trial if you don't have all your discovery. Like what happened with the 24 motions for discovery. Whatever they would have gotten between that time of the 24th request for discovery and the plea deal, it was too close. People don't understand that. People do not understand that. Between the latest motion for discovery and the deal, it would not be enough time to receive anything that they would have got at last. They would not have time to review everything, because if they, by the time that motion came out, they already had a hearing. And Taylor already said that, well, Your Honor, I need more time. And then it comes when the judge did actually give her more time. That's one of the ways that you could see as a lawyer and as a defendant that the judge is in cahoot with the prosecution. That's when you see that, because she requested more time to prepare a good case. What was the reason for the judge to not grant more time? What's the problem? And again, and I repeat, 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, when the prosecution got you, they don't care about no deal. If you skip you preliminary hearing, now they got you into whenever they feel like. Then that's the time when you see the prosecution requesting for more time. And 9 times out of 10, the judge give the prosecution more time to prepare, and due to the defendants keep the preliminary hearing. Like now you are state property. Now if you skip the preliminary hearing, you cannot complain about you getting a speedy trial. Because you already skipped that. You give you right of a speedy trial. So when you guilty and the prosecution know that you guilty and they got you, they sit there and wait. They torture you. They torture you. They make you wait forever for you to get to trial because they already know you cooked. So they take this sweet time, and it's whenever they ready. But in the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, the ones that he was rushing everything and not be complimenting the defense team was the prosecution. And the court was allowing that. So then you're going to see Ann Taylor requested more time to prepare, but it was a problem. Why is a problem? If he's innocent unto proven guilty, you want to give this man the opportunity of innocent unto proven guilty. And if the defendant is requesting more time to get ready, you should allow that defendant to have more time. You know what Judge Hippler did? I give you a few more days, and that's all I could do. That right there shows Ann Taylor bias from the court. Listen, you could give a defendant, all right, cool. This is what we're gonna do. You need more time to prepare. Ann Taylor, how much time you think that you need to prepare? It don't matter what was the length of the time to wait for trial. She put him in application for it. The judge should grant whatever the defense team requests. If it's a request for more time, you should at least allow it once. You should at least allow it once. Because again, innocent into proven guilty, right? So if the defendant is requesting for more time to elaborate his case, what's the problem with that? What was the problem with that? Who's suffering? The families? They're already suffering, right? I'm not trying to be heartless, but ain't they already in pain? And guess what? That pain is not going to go away. If you really love your child, you really love your loved one that you lost, you listen, you're going to live this shit forever. All right? And only God could take that pain from your heart. Bottom line. So it don't matter whatever resolution in court, the pain will still be the same. You're not going to feel no better. And I'm telling you right now, you are not going to feel no better. Especially not knowing the truth. Oh, you forgot? Did y'all forgot? Did y'all forgot? And this is go for the family members of the victims. This is go to you, and this is go all to you. My respect, thoughts, and prayers. But this is the truth. Your pain is not going to go away, sweetheart. Tough it up, buttercup. God forbid it happen to me one day. I have to tough it up. I have to be strong. so I could keep living and be progressive. But don't you think that your pain gets even worse if you don't know the truth about what happened? And the pain is even worse if you don't have in your mind and in your soul to the 100% that Bryan Kohberger is actually the killer. Don't you want to know the details? If this man did it, don't you want to know the details? Even the judge tell you that the details don't matter. Why? How the judge would say that the details don't matter? Motive, reasons, causes. Why? It don't matter. Oh, you just increasing Bryan Kohberger's ego? Motherfucker, you don't know if he killed these people. You said it you motherfucking self, Hitler. And then now, because whatever he said out his mouth, y'all feel entitled to talk about that man. How the fuck you as a judge and the family members talk about this man? Do that give you the right? Judge, didn't you know that you allowing the family members to talk in the way they did, talk about defending and instigating inmates, making you look stupid, making the state and the county look stupid, like y'all don't have no control from your jails, that you don't have no control from your prisons, that the inmates do everything they want, and if they want to kill Bryan Kohberger, they'll kill him even though he's in protective custody? How you as a judge gonna allow the family members to talk about your own state jailhouse, about your own prisons, like y'all run a shit show? You allow the victims, the family of the victims, talk about you correction system as a failure, because whenever Kohberger goes in there, it don't matter if he's on PC, they know that if the inmates pull their card, it might be his last day. So that means for them to talk like that, they are the family members, right? But for them to talk like that, they put your whole state correction system in the fucking newspapers on shambles. Like y'all don't know to run the jailhouse. So how the fuck the federal government is sending money to the Idaho correctional system or to the correctional program when family members of a victim are talking about the prisons like that? The people could get raped in prison on Idaho state system prison. There is a possibility that he get killed on the Idaho correctional system. This is what the family members are talking about. And this is coming from family members that had other family members locked up in your correctional system. So when they say that, because you know for a fact that it's family members of the victims locked up in the same prison that you're going to send Kohberger. Ain't that fucking crazy? Ain't that fucking crazy? That the family members of the victims know that they have family members, and if not family members, because I know they do, they have gang members, friends of their family, or they have people that knows people that is close to the family. Y'all know that for a fact. So when you say what you say in court, you show who you really are. You show who you really are. And it says a lot about you. When y'all wish Kohberger to go through whatever he went through and not knowing the truth, y'all need to understand how Satan take your soul. And one way for Satan to take your soul is lying to you, and you committing a blasphemy or wishing something on someone that is an innocent person. What up? How y'all gonna look if Kohberger walks out of the back door? I just want news media outlets the saying that this man is allegedly possessed by a demon. Are you serious? With the condition, whatever. All right, we're not gonna waste our time talking about that. Buckle up, because if Bryan Kohberger appeals, the only thing. Big shout out to Echoes of Clarity. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. If Kohberger doesn't appeal, all right, then we're gonna have a whole different conversation, because then now we're gonna look into the papers and make sure that if he didn't appeal his sentence, if this is a guy, big shout out to Echoes of Clarity though. I need to check it out. I need to check out your live though. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Let me know if you want to pop up on live right now. We're talking about the sentencing hearing and the looks of it, the drama on the sentencing hearing. Kohberger having 48 days to appeal. I think it's been a week, right? And we haven't heard nothing of an appeal, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Big shout out to Echoes of Clarity. Please make sure everybody go to Echoes of Clarity. Click like, subscribe, and share her content. Please make sure of that. Very so much appreciated. Thank you, Trisha, for being here. Very appreciated. But I'm expecting to see an appeal. I'm expecting that to see an appeal. You know, 48 days is being like, let's say, hey, you got 40 more or whatnot, probably a little bit less. But if he does appeal, the only thing that it worries me about is the Superior Court not being fair. That's like the only thing, because again, we already see the district court being biased in putting roadblocks to the whole procedure. What it worries me is seeing the same attitude from Superior Court. That's what it get me thinking. Echoes of Clarity said, I just got all my stuff from my old house, so I have my cards here now. I will be getting back into it. Awesome. That'll be great. That'll be great to see you upcoming content. That'll be amazing. Let me know if you want to run something right now. You know, I'll give you my platform and you could do whatever you want here. You know me. Let me know if you want to put some work. That'll be very appreciated. You know, my platform is your platform. And whenever you want to come and have conversations with us, we appreciate so much. Let me know if you're ready for some work. I send the link to the chat. I appreciate you, Trisha. Thank you so much. That'll be great. But yes, that's the part that it worries me the most. Having Superior Court not being fair. But then for Superior Court to not be fair, that's a little bit more tricky because they are supervised the most. Like those decisions in Superior Court, you know, 9 times out of 10, appeal court will knock whatever they miss. But it's just crazy. She said, I will be ready. I'm exhausted tonight. No worries, Trisha. Listen, we appreciate you so much. Hopefully for the next live, we could have more conversations with you because you are very, very eloquent, very smart, and you have a gift. that we appreciate so much in the true crime community and in the spiritual community with the tarot and stuff like that. We do appreciate you takes in the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case and the many other things that you put on your content. We appreciate you so much. That'll be great if we could look into the new stuff you got going on. I'm definitely gonna look into your latest live stream. I'm gonna take a look at that. That'll be great. And we do appreciate your content very much. Jane said that would be cool. I just moved house. Nice, nice. Relocation is good though. Sometimes relocation brings a good vibe about things. You know, it's a new day, it's a new everything. I appreciate y'all for being here. So we're gonna take a look at a little bit to this hearing. Talk to me in the chat. I'll be in the chat with y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about this whole way this went down. Because again, my message is very clear to the family members. Won't you want to know the truth? If this man is guilty, like he said he is, won't you want to make sure that whatever the court has will confirm that this man was cooked? Won't you want that? And again, y'all was the ones bitching and complaining about the prosecution taking this deal. But then you go to court and thanks the same people that you talking shit about on the news media outlet, you talk about them like they are so amazing. You thanking them on everything. Listen, Steve Goncalves was so pissed off that he forgot, like he had what he wanted to say on his cell phone. He had what he wanted to say on his cell phone, and he still could not say what he wanted to say that he was on his cell phone. He literally read what he was written. Like when he told Bryan Kohberger that he forgive him, he knew he fucked up. Listen, when he told Bryan Kohberger that he forgive him, he literally forgot about whatever else he was about to say. He choked. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. No, big shout out, Trisha. We appreciate you to have you here in the chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Trisha. But you're gonna see as soon as Steve Goncalves literally told Bryan Kohberger that he forgive him, soon as he said that, he knew he fucked up. Right away, as soon as Steve Goncalves said that he forgive Bryan Kohberger, he knew he fucked up. But he ripped it out of his heart. Because in my opinion, I believe that Steve Goncalves know, due to the information the prosecution have, Steve Goncalves know that Bryan Kohberger didn't do this. Okay? In my opinion, I've been paying attention since this case started. When Steve Goncalves told Bryan Kohberger that he forgive him, he lost track of his thoughts because he knew he fucked up. The first thing that he thought, soon as he said that, yes, soon as he said that, the first thing that came to his mind, it was Olivia Goncalves and his wife. He knew he fucked up, and he knew he said too much to us. Thank you, Steve. Big shout out to Steve Goncalves. Big shout out. Y'all might think that I'm over here tough on Steve Goncalves and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm tough because I know he could do way better. I could tell that Steve Goncalves is smart enough to understand that what the prosecution has is not enough. Bill Thompson told you in court, told the judge in court that even though we cannot prove that he was inside of the house, even though with the IGG, the dude Bill William Thompson said that even though having an IGG, they cannot prove that Bryan Kohberger was there. Is it me? Is it me? Is it me? Did not came out of Bill Thompson's mouth in court? Did it? Because I heard it. I heard it. He said, even though we cannot prove he was there, even though we cannot prove that he was there, these was the words that it came out of Bill Thompson's mouth after an IGG scam and sham that y'all got going on with the IGG. When the judge says, how can you argue against a direct DNA match through the IGG? But then, even though they have the IGG, Bill Thompson said in court that they cannot prove that Bryan Kohberger was at the location. That was out of his mouth. I hope y'all here with me. That came out of Bill Thompson's mouth. For those guilters that are watching, for those guilters that I know are watching on the low, you know, behind closed door, and those content creators that even though are not guilters, but that wait for me to put my narrative out for you to come and chum chum yum 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 yum, and then go to your big channel and say all this stuff that you say, making it look like it came out of your imagination or your mind. No, but you here listening to Jrod on Point, and then you go to your big channel and you say what you say. But no one heard it. But the people that are being here, the people that have been here since the case started here, they know that when they hear what they hear here, and then they send me the text message or send me the email saying like, oh, you know who was talking about the same thing you was talking about last night on your live stream? HR. Jrod, you were just talking about this last night, and guess this one content creator is saying the same thing you were saying, but not giving you no credit. Oh, he don't want to even mention your name because none of his subscribers like you. Who gives a fuck? None of your subscribers like me, but you're gonna leech out of what I speak. You're gonna leech of what I say, and then you're gonna repaint it over there in your channel, not even give me credit. You create an imaginary Eddie. Oh no, Eddie was telling me this. But what Eddie was telling you was the same shit that Jrod on Point was telling everybody here on his itty bitty channel. But you have a Eddie here in my channel hearing what I'm saying for you to go and put it on your channel. You are a moderator in this channel, and you know that for the longest. So you cannot deny that you haven't been here. You cannot deny that you have watched Jrod on Point. You cannot deny that you have paying attention to what Jrod on Point is talking about. You cannot deny that you being in my comments all nice. Oh, big shout out to you, buddy. And you know I'm picking on you. And you know that I'm picking on you. But you still got class, and you come to my comments. Oh, yeah, big shout outs. Cheers to you, buddy. You need to be on my show. And I'm over here like, yeah, I know you're saying all that shit because I know what the fuck you're doing behind closed doors. The best source of commentary in the whole YouTube true crime is Jrod on Point. People that have been here for years, they know this. Listen, if you haven't found my content yet, I suggest you to please share the content for other people to find the content and get to have great conversations here in the chat with amazing moderators that we have. Listen, we have Jane, we got Amy, we got Joanne, we got Echoes of Clarity, we got Heather. Where's Heather? Big shout out to Heather. Oh, and I see Twistle Stick going live. Yeah. Yo, big shout out to Twistle Stick going live, putting the content out. Big shout out to Twistle Sticks. I'm gonna have to go and visit his live stream. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him. Big shout out to Kane. Where's Kane? Big shout out to Christina Nevada. He hit different. You know what I'm doing. We try to keep content creators together. We building bridges. We're building bridges brick by brick to make sure that those content creators they could have good conversations, even though we're small channels, right? But I know that us as small channels, we could have greater conversations than those big channels that are worried about, like, oh, I'm gonna lose subscribers if I shout out this person. Oh, I'm gonna lose subscribers if I shout out this other person. You know what? If you can run your own show, and who cares? Listen, man. I'm not gonna mention names because I love this person to death. But listen, we have moderators that had literally have discrepancies and like misunderstandings, right? But and I have talked about shit that they don't like. But guess what? They still here. And big shout outs to you. You know we love you to death. You've been here since the very beginning, way before all the moderators was here. And I hope you know that I appreciate you. All those conversations, all the misunderstandings, and all everything that happened in the past, you here now. And you've been here since the channel started. And I hope you know that we love you and we appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, because you left or like we said, like got blocked like 10 times. But guess what? I did miss you. I did miss you all those times that you was not here. I did miss you. I did miss you commentary. I did miss you conversations. I did miss you bombs on the chat when you just like make a statement. Like, I hope you know how much we love you and we treasure you and we appreciate you, Jane. I hope you know that. Jane, he different. Jane, he different. Listen, my heart will hurt if I don't have Jane in the chat. My heart will hurt. Like, swear to God. It's same with Amy Conway. Like, those two moderators that are deep in my heart. They've been with me through thick and thin. They've been with me no matter who the fuck say whatever they say about Jrod. They've been here. They've been here no matter what. It's moderators that are close to my heart. Why? Because it didn't matter whatever other people said. They've been here for years. And I think by now, Jane have a good idea where's my heart at. And again, I know it's on the left side, but I think Jane, Amy, and many other moderators that have been here for a long time, Kathleen, Cindy, you know what I mean? They've been here for a long time. They could tell you, I have a good heart. And when I speak, what I speak about these cases, especially the Idaho 4 case, is things that people need to hear. Because I don't see all the content creators try to be real to you. I'm a YouTube watcher just like you. And I want people to make sure that y'all understand that. Between me and you is no difference at all. The only difference that it could be between me and you is that I decided to bring my thoughts and my opinion and my homework and everything that I do to the whole world, for everyone to see, for everyone to watch. That's the only difference between me and you, that I decided to make my channel for true crime and start talking about cases that actually I pay attention to, and are cases that I see and I feel that I could help out, not just the true crime community, but if it's some way, somehow, like I have done with the Kiely Rodni case and with the Idaho 4, that I try to put my input within the investigation. I had conversation with Nevada County Sheriff. I had conversation with Moscow PD. I had conversation with the FBI about both cases. You know, I don't have no problem giving my information and giving my thoughts on a case to the people that are investigating these cases, to see in some way, somehow I could help. You know, like a lot of content creators, they be like, oh, like, I just want to sit here and talk about the cases. So what good you do to just talking about a case, when if you say that you have such a great information going on, why won't you give that information to the people that is investigating this case? So if that information is right or wrong, you get to know, we get to know, everybody gets to know. But I feel that those content creators, that they just want to sit here and talk true crime, but really not care about what's going on, they just frauds. They're just people that want to be here calling you attention, getting you likes, getting you clicks, getting you attention. But they tell you in your face, I don't care about this shit. They tell you. The thing is, I don't know how can you still be subscribed to a true crime content creator that is telling you in your face that they don't care. They're just here to talk about it and get the money out of it. I bet you if they were not monetized, I bet you anything that I know few content creators that if they were not monetized, they wouldn't be here talking to you at all. Here, me, y'all know me. I spent what? All that time on what? Almost 2 years. Got to 2.3 subscribers. I could have got monetized and I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was in 2.4 and 2.3 K subscribers. And I did never monetize. Then when I did, a hater, then when I did that he was in process to get monetized, a hater terminated my channel. Haters. And a hater from the Idaho 4. Are you serious? Echoes of Clarity said, we should all get along because we should respect each other or others' opinion. Yes, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, you see, I'm going to put it like this. In content, it's a lot of people that don't understand what content is all about. Like, for example, even if I disagree with you and I say, and I mention your name in my show, even though if I disagree with you, that's just going to bring people to your channel. You know what I'm saying? If I talk good, if I talk bad, it don't matter. Like, people don't get people don't get that when you talk bad about someone or you have discrepancies with a content creator, or let's say you give your opinion on what this content creator is talking or presenting to the people, right? You only sending people to their show because 9 times out of 10 people is curious. People want to know if what you're saying is correct. People want to have always their own opinion. So a grown adult, it don't matter if I'm saying what I'm saying, if I have a discrepancy or I disagree with a content creator, right? that's still good content. That's still good content. You know what I'm saying? Like that send people to their channel out of curiosity to see if like what Jrod on point is saying is on point. So again, yeah, I totally agree with, you know, we should respect the others and stuff like that, but we should also not bite our tongue. Not also we shouldn't bite our tongue and stop having an opinion on what we think. You know what I mean? You know, like like when people go at each other in a personal way, I learn. Listen, I learned with the pass of the years that, you know, let's keep it content. You know, let's keep it content. Like if I'm going to disagree with a content creator about something, I I I lay down my statement about what I think is wrong about the information that they presented or whatnot, and I leave it to the community to say if it's right or wrong. You know what I mean? Like I used to, you know what I'm saying, have a little beef. We're weirdo. I had a couple of beef here in the YouTube true crime with a couple of weirdos. Yeah, I call them weirdos because they want to do all that personal shit. They want to dox you. They want to talk shit about you kids and stuff like that. You know, I went through that. You know, I have a content creator. I had a content creator calling my daughter a bitch, and my daughter is 10 years old. Yeah. I had a oh that's that caused that content creator not ever be in the YouTube ever again. Because again, if you call my daughter a bitch, listen, don't be mad if I take a whole year of nothing but fucking dogging the shit out of you. Like everything that you say at your mouth in your show, I'm just gonna laugh at it. I'm just gonna like cook you, roast you for a whole year if I have to, which I did. Why? Because you called my daughter a bitch. So as soon as you did that, you saw that I cooked you for a whole year, and that's why you are no longer in YouTube, because you cannot take my voice. You cannot take Jrod on point talking about you. Why? Because I'm very good at it. Listen, I like to go with common sense. If I say something about you, it's something about you, about what you say about true crime, and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like when I was criticizing this person, um, everything started because I was disrespected. You know, if I go to your show, I'm not expecting no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you remember? So I was like, okay, I gotta go. Listen, I gotta go to a live. Listen, I'm live right now. So listen, later, have a good day. I gotta go. Left, I mind my business in my own show. That person shut off her show to go to my chat and talk shit on my chat. And now I'm like, oh, why you do this to yourself? You know those people that they want beef with you, but then when they cook the beef and they don't like the meat, then now they don't want to eat it. That's what happened with that person. That's what happened with that person. That's what happened with many other people that have started shit with me. 9 times out of 10, they leave. I don't know why. Why they leave YouTube? Why? I don't get it. Like you don't get to hear from this person from these people ever again. Like I don't get it. I didn't say nothing here. Like everything echoes of clarity. Like kids should be off limits. Listen, you know what though? Your whole personal life should be off limits. I still remember when it was a content creator. I still remember it was a content creator that when she saw me giving my opinion about Jay and Bree, It was a content creator that after I spoke here on my channel about my opinion on the content that J&B was putting out. Again, I was talking about the content. I wasn't talking about nothing personal. I was talking about the content, right? So this person took it upon herself to send me J&B full background check. She's doxing this man. She's doxing this man. She's doxing this man. Cases where he lived, everything. Like, she literally, without any type of solicitation, she sent me everything to my email. I was like, why are you doing this? And she was, he blocked me from his channel. He blocked me. Just because she got blocked from J&B's channel, this woman took it up on her. I know, Jane. I know she was nuts. Like, I thought she was like, I thought she was like cool people, like down to earth. Like, I remember that she told me, you know what I mean, that she used to like be in drugs real bad. That, you know, it was hard for her to get out of drugs and shit like that. And then she shared something about her son dying and all this other shit. But she keep repeating all that shit about her son dying all the time. Like, dude, like, why you coming here talking about your dead son? Like, do you want me to feel sorry for you or something? Like, why are you coming to my chat and talk about, oh, my son died, da 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 da, when nobody's talking about your son? If you ask me, I could care less. Don't tell me about, listen, if he's not one of my subscribers or moderators that are close to me, don't tell me your personal shit, especially when I'm talking about the Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case. Like, if I'm talking about a topic, but with the shit that you come, it's like, oh, my son died 2 years ago, and I'm like over here like, bitch, are you here to talk about what I'm talking about, or you just here to give us your grief about what you went through? And I don't even know you. This person is saying this shit. She been here like for 2-3 days. 2-3 days, not even. It was like 2 live streams, and she was already telling her like, oh, my son and this and that. I'm like, is your son part of the Idaho 4? No. What the fuck? And I'm just still trying to be cool. I'm just still trying to be cool. She heard me talking about J&B, like what I believe that is just garbage content. What I do believe that is garbage content is certain things that he said, that J&B say, that he makes sense and he's pretty correct on what he say. But it's other shit, the shit that I was talking about, it was that loony stuff about this case being drug related and all this other shit, and human CIs and all this other shit that we debunked. That actually, fuck, the court debunked all that stupid shit that he was talking about. It was not real. Oh, but in my opinion, everybody could give you their opinion. But if your opinion doesn't match with what is being said in court, don't be mad at me telling you that what you're talking is poop. Because how can you have an opinion on that manner? Like he was blaming some people, some random people. Oh, I know that this is the people cooperating on that Bryan Kohberger case. Talking about a man that is locked up and his wife and some shit like that. And I'm over here like, dude, what the fuck you talking about? Not even Molly, the DoorDash driver, couldn't be a CI because she didn't saw, she didn't see, she didn't hear shit. Obviously, she lied. She said, oh yeah, I was parked right next to him. Bitch, he was parked on the back. That's what the prosecution said, you stupid ass. And they can even prove that he was parked out back. They said, oh yeah, we assumed that he was parked out back. Why? How? Do you have a witness? The only person that you could have used as a witness, it was Molly, and she lied on the body cam. That's why you took the deal, Bill Thompson. Did y'all remember that I said it here? Did y'all remember that I said it here? That Molly fucked up Bill Thompson's case? I said it here. We still got the live stream. And it was a live stream way before the sentencing. So look for it. Go back and bench watch the show. So like that, you see a lot of information that I've been giving you. When Molly said, I saw Bryan Kohberger. When Molly said that she saw Bryan Kohberger, she fucked up the whole case. That's why Bill Thompson took the case. Guess what? You was trying to use Molly to say that she saw Bryan Kohberger. Soon as she said that and the body cam came out, your whole case got fucked up. Because you was even trying to keep Molly on the secret. Because you was about to pull out Molly out the hat like a rabbit, saying the same shit that she told the officers. But what happened? You got exposed. What you was about to have Molly saying in court got exposed in the body cam. And you knew you was about to get caught on a lie. Because if that footage, her saying what she said, wouldn't come out, by the time she said that in court, it's literally over. Because you knew you couldn't use Dylan Mortensen. You knew, and that's another thing. How in the heck we see a Dylan Mortensen? I saw all the pictures of this female before the crime, right? Y'all saw Dylan Mortensen. She was a bad bitch, right? She was a bad bitch on these pictures of Bird Gang and all these other shit. Dressing provocative, and you know what I'm saying, party it up, you know, I'm the bitch, right? How in the heck you can't even you can identify Bryan Kohberger on the pictures that they give you, they show you after he got arrested? Can you recognize this man? Can you recognize this man? She said no. So how the fuck we're gonna have a Dylan Mortensen? Oh my God, Bill Thompson, just stand right there. Stay right there, Bill. I don't want to look at his face. You know why? Because you was part of trying to sentence a man to death. Because you might know, because you might know they're real killers. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. But you might actually know the real killers. I don't know, those same DNAs the prosecution did not went for. Ooh. But here's Dylan Mortensen. Oh my God. Bill, stay right there. I don't want to look at his face. You know why? Because you got guilty conscience that they use you to sentence an innocent man. In my opinion, I could be wrong. But you knew that it was your moment for fame. This was your moment, the first time that we all get to see Dylan Mortensen. Because you didn't came out. No. Now you tell me, and I want to be very clear, because we have said here in this show that don't be surprised. And again, and I have mentioned Jack and Jake, and I'm not gonna back out of that. I have told ya, and don't forget, I told ya the prosecution was watching my show. And I told you that because it was certain things the prosecution was doing after I was saying certain things. Guess the one thing that I said that it shocked the prosecution the most? When I said that don't be surprised if the DNA on the Maddie's nail fingernails, it was Jake's. Because they were trying to say that they didn't worry, the prosecution did not worry about the DNA itself, the skin cells find on Maddie's fingernails, because they believe that it has to do with her personal life. The only person that they could talk about like that is Jake. And I'm saying this because what the prosecution said in court, the skin cells DNA that it was found on the Maddie's fingernails had to do with her personal life. They mentioned in Jake. Because Jake was boyfriend with Maddie at the time, right? So how can that skin cells would have got to Maddie's nails? Oh, what? You were saying like, oh, I guess they was having sex and she scratched him? That's what you was about to say in court, for you to not believe, that the skin cells found under Maddie's nails were important enough to get investigated, but you assume because it was Jake's DNA. How you got to know that when y'all said that those DNAs was inconclusive? How you say that when y'all said those DNAs were inconclusive? Y'all ran them. They knew, y'all knew it was male DNA, but y'all couldn't get nowhere to it. Didn't y'all said that? So how you gonna tell the judge in court that you believe that DNA, due to you know whose DNA belongs to, you take the conclusion that that was coming out of her personal relationship with Jake? Because it's the only way that you could say that in court, and he's having Jake's DNA under her fingernails. We spoke about that way before we knew that. Way before we even knew that we heard that in court. I was already here talking to y'all, letting y'all know, don't be surprised. Do not be so. If they kept the DNA, if they kept the samples of the other DNA and they run that shit, if they would have done IgG to that DNA in the same way they did Kohberger's, guess what? Don't be surprised if that DNA was Jack and Jake. And I told y'all here, don't be surprised if the mysterious DNA at the house was Jack and Jake. And that's why they acted like, oh, nah, it couldn't be. Because you know Scott Green is up your ass like, you're not going to investigate none of our kids. Yeah, you are not going to investigate none of our kids. And that's exactly what you did. Didn't you? Who was the two people? Who was the two people that I'm gonna tell you right now? I love my wife. I love my wife to death. I love my wife. If anyone would take her life like that, and someone confessed to it, I'll be right there. For me to tell that person, whoever it was, how I feel about it. Jack and Jake was not there. Jack and Jake didn't have the balls to look at Bryan Kohberger there in his face and fake words. Jack and Jake did not have the balls to be in court and say anything to Bryan Kohberger. Why? Why won't you answer it on a chat yourself? If you hear in the chat, if you hear in the chat, why you think that the boyfriends and ex-boyfriends, that it was recent, it wasn't even that long that they broke up, even though if they have like seen someone else at the time. Jack, what would you there? Why you couldn't make a little script, make yourself look good, go to court and face Bryan Kohberger face to face, because he killed the love of your life, right? Jake, you was boyfriend with Maddie when she died. Jake, I'm talking to you, little punk. I get goosebumps saying this shit. I get goosebumps. Look at here, little shit. You love Maddie so much that you couldn't go. Thank you, Jane. That's the answer. Big shout out to Jane. But I'm talking to you right now, Jake. Little shit. If you love Maddie so much and you was so hurt and it was the love of your life, why you bitch ass wasn't there to talk to Kohberger and let him know how much he fucked up? What about you, Jack? You was in a celebration of life and everything, hugging Kiely's mom, but you was not at the sentencing hugging Kiely's mom? What the fuck was both of y'all bitch asses? What the fuck with both of y'all? Y'all call yourself man? Y'all call yourself man? But you couldn't face to face the alleged killer that killed your loved one? I don't know. If you ask me, that's some little bitch shit. Yeah, if you ask me, y'all can't even be mad at me saying this, because if you ask me, either both of y'all some little bitches, or both of y'all are actually the killers. In my opinion, I could be wrong. But yes, Jack. Yes, Jake. Why you couldn't face the music in front of Kohberger? Jack, Jake. Izzy Jane, my beloved moderator, Izzy Jane correct on her comment on the screen right now? Is she correct? Because when they say it was a crime of passion and isolated, yeah, the only two motherfuckers that could have done it. in my opinion. Now you tell me, we mentioned Jack and Jake here way before even the prosecution said that it was DNA, skin cell DNA on the Maddie's fingernails. And the reason why they don't believe that it was nothing to be looked into is because y'all knew whose DNA that was, and y'all said that it's from her personal life. That's why it's irrelevant. So you knew that the skin cells under her nails was Jake's. Don't blame me. Blame Bill Thompson. He said it. He said it. I only know how to read between the lines because I'm not a dodo. I know how to read between the lines when people speak. I don't know if you have that talent, but I do. You could say whatever you're saying out your mouth. Guess what? I'm listening to some other shit. I'm listening to what you don't want me to hear when you talk to me. And only a chosen few people know what I'm talking about. But when you talking to me, I don't hear what you're saying. I hear what you're not saying. And I always been like this all my life. And I guess that's how I survived Puerto Rico from fucking thieves and killers. Reading, not just what the body language is all about, but reading what they saying out their fucking mouth. Because the devil is on the details. So don't blame me because I heard Bill Thompson saying that out of his mouth in court. And the only skin cells that he could be talking about is her boyfriends. For them to literally speak in the way they did. So again, do y'all believe Bryan Kohberger and his confession? I don't. You can believe it if you want to. I don't care what you believe. I really don't. But I repeat, if in 40 days or whatever days he got left, he don't appeal the deal, then we're gonna see here and we're gonna talk about all the different type of topics about it. Because then now we need to understand that all the paperwork that is coming out right now as we speak, the paperwork that is coming out, it does not match nothing. I'm gonna tell you right now, when you get the DoorDash driver saying certain things, when you have other people saying certain things, and it's on the police report, around the time of death of the victims, it was a female with brown hair avoiding being seen in Maddie's room. Do y'all heard that? Do y'all heard that? That around the time of death of the victims, someone seen with their eyes a female with brown hair. Who had brown hair back then? Oh, let me see. Dylan? Right? Yeah, the Oscar winner Dylan. Because if I'm not mistaken, we saw pictures of around that time, especially the picture that was taken before they died. The day before they died, she had a brownish hair. It was not even blonde, it was brownish. And in the dark, and it depend the light, it'll look brownish. Especially when you looking out the window to whoever is out back, and whoever was out back at that time, look up around the time of death. Person look up, and it was a female with brown hair. which it looks like brown hair, ducking to not being seen from Marty's room. So now you explain that to me. If that would have come out on trial, as a matter of fact, if that which it was gag order, if that by itself would have come out, everyone knows, whoever heard that, by the way, you could get more information in Kathy Indie Zone. Go to Kathy in the Indie Zone. She'll tell you. Kathy from the Indie Zone will tell you what you need to know. So go on, big shout out to Kathy. Well, if y'all would have heard that in the beginning of this case, that a female with brown hair was ducking and trying to not be seen around the time of death of the victims, y'all would be talking about Dylan right now. Actually, Dylan would have got locked up. Yeah, like if Moscow PD, this is a cop from Moscow PD that interrogated this person. This person said that, and it's on record, that around the time of death, it was a female with brown hair looking out Maddie's window, ducking down, trying to not be seen. If that would have come out back then, y'all know that I would be here fucking raising hell and all this other shit. And it's coming from the same person that they said that is seen Kohberger, like seen Kohberger. She parked right next to Kohberger. Shut the fuck up. That's why Bill Thompson took the deal. He didn't want none of this shit being on trial. I don't care what the fuck you talking about. Bill Thompson did not want it, this case, to go to trial. I don't care what anyone say on YouTube True Crime. I don't care what they say. I don't. What I do know that Bill Thompson did not want this case to hit trial, because obviously he did not trust his case. Obviously, even the judge accept the deal. If the prosecution had Bryan Kohberger cooked, they would not accept the deal. I don't care what you say. Even if the prosecution accept the deal, but the judge see on the discovery that this man is cooked, the judge would not accept the deal. Don't cook this man. Because again, you cannot say that the gravity of the crime was up here. You cannot say the gravity of the crime is up here, but the sentence of the crime is down here. You cannot play that with me. You cannot say the crime, it was this terrible that he needed justice and it was this bad of a big problem, but then at the end of the day, it was not such a big deal because you just took a deal, didn't give a fuck, because you didn't have nothing. That's my opinion. My opinion don't mean nothing. But yeah, Dylan Mortensen was a major player in this case. And it was the same person that you saw. Oh my God. Bill right there. I want to see him. She couldn't even recognize it on pictures. And I told ya, if someone knew who killed the Idaho 4, is Dylan. My opinion. What you want me to say? Listen, if Bryan Kohberger don't appeal, and it's over again, the case is closed, right? So if the case is closed, and Bryan doesn't appeal, and he take years and years until he died, then we're gonna see here, and all this paperwork that is about to come out, right, should tell us that Bryan Kohberger did it. That's besides the point of him saying, oh yeah, I did it or whatnot. The paperwork that is about to come out from the prosecution, the investigation, all this other stuff should tell us exactly what happened, right? And it would tell us that Bryan Kohberger did it, right? Okay, cool. So I guess we have a little bit of more content to put out. It seems that we have more content to put out, because if he don't appeal, we might run the content at least for a week or two. Because then now we need to talk about why he didn't appeal. Now we need to talk about why he taking the sentence when he sees in the paperwork or whatever evidence they call evidence. Everything is debatable. And I repeat, Bill Thompson said that he cannot prove that Bryan Kohberger was inside the house. I didn't say that. Bill Thompson did it. So don't get mad at me because Bill Thompson said that I cannot prove that he was inside of the house. And if I was Ann Taylor, I appeal, and that'll be one of the things that I put in the appeal. Yeah, I believe it's not over yet. You know? Soon as Bill Thompson said that, I was like, appeal is coming. Because Bill Thompson told the court on record, on the minutes, that even though he cannot prove that Bryan Kohberger was even there, that's one of the things that it should be on his appeal. That even Bill Thompson said in court that he couldn't prove that Bryan Kohberger was even in that house, even though he has an IGG. Because that's what we need to take upon consideration. For Bill Thompson said what he said about that he cannot prove that Bryan Kohberger was inside of the house. So how the fuck he got the burglary? He confessed to a felony burglary and 4 murder ones. When Bill Thompson also admits and says that he don't think that he was an intent to kill Ethan and Sana. And for murder one, you little son of a bitch, you need to have intent. So you're gonna tell me Bryan Kohberger admit guilt on killing Ethan and Sana in 2 murder ones, but the prosecution is telling you that they believe that he didn't have an intent to kill him? So what the fuck you charging with murder one? Just think about that for a second. If you say and you admit in court, you're the prosecutor, that you believe that Bryan Kohberger didn't intend to kill Ethan and Sana, that they were collateral damage for witnesses, right? That's what you mean. How the fuck you hit Bryan Kohberger with murder one? Murder in the second degree, manslaughter, like it's many other options than murder one. For what you said, Bill Thompson. For what you say, right? For what Bill Thompson said, he cannot prove that Bryan Kohberger was inside of the house. And he also said that he believed that he not intend to kill Ethan and Santa. So now, now y'all tell me, is it me? Is it me? Or is this whole case that is fucked up? If you ask me, I don't think it's me though. If you ask me, I don't think it's me. I think it's the case. The case is so fucked up that in the same way they bury the house, they bury the case. And if Bryan Kohberger don't appeal, good luck, Sonny. Good luck. Because if you don't appeal, oh boy, oh boy. I believe that people deserve the truth. The family members, even they wacky, they deserve the truth. Us as true crime aficionados and true crime listeners that consume the content, I believe that we deserve the truth. Because if you don't appeal, it better be something in that paperwork that will tell us that he did it. Because if he don't, and he don't appeal, then we need to talk about Bryan Kohberger mental state. I repeat, I don't know if someone else would have done that. I know that I wouldn't have done it. But I know there's people out there that if you slander their life, and the level of slander is to the level, let's say if it was slander, what is being said about Bryan Kohberger in the light that he's being put out there to the people. So someone that have worked hard on his studies, that work hard on beating a drug addiction and becoming someone. Sometimes you fight until you see that even if you come out, your whole life is destroyed. Even if you come out, it's a lot of people, especially people that don't know you. People that knows you, you'll come out, they be cool with that. But the people that don't know you just because they know you for what the news media outlets say all over the world, he might be a stranger out there that might want to kill you just because what they said about you. And even though you come out through the back door, appeal, and you go back home, the sad reality is, bro, that they have talked so bad about you that is gonna be one wacky motherfucker out there that will try to kill you and will have the chance to kill you if you come out. Some people think like that. Some people think like, shit, my life is destroyed. If I come out, my life is destroyed anyway. Why I wanna come out? I have better chance to surviving in prison than outside. Sometimes people subestimate how other people think. Just think about this. Just imagine if Bryan Kohberger was really innocent. Not just what is being said about him, but what was said about him in the sentencing hearing through the family members and the judge. Just imagine they say all that shit that they said for these men, and these men didn't even flinch. Just imagine if this man is really innocent and he just don't want to come out. And he's like, fucking, my life is destroyed. I give up. There's some people that I believe would think like that. Especially if they have mental, emotional problems. Delicate enough to give up. And be like, man, I'm fucked. It don't matter whatever could come out. I'm never gonna win. And sometimes some people will give up. You know? Yeah, what Olivia said was damning. It was a shit show from her. She was just trying to be a movie character. Oh, what was this? What was that? You even try to be a rapper. The most ridiculous of all, you try to be a rapper. Bitch, who gives a fuck? You saying a whole bunch of stupid nonsense. Again, if you read the police report, it'll tell you that they don't believe that Bryan Kohberger was nowhere to be found early morning. But y'all say, oh yeah, he came back. You even said it. You even said it on your grievances. How you felt when you came back. And and all this other shit that he was already proven in court that he was no real. It was nothing real. How the judge even allow the family members to speak like that and allow the claps in court? Huh? Is not that a show? Is not that a show of a biased court that the judge will allow reactions in court? What the judge says when they sentencing people. I don't want no reactions in court. If you react, you're getting kicked out of the court. Did anyone got kicked out of the court when they were applauding after the family members spoke? Did anyone got kicked out? Did anyone got reprimanded? Did any one of the family members got reprimanded by the judge in the way they spoke? Especially they were talking about what could have happened to Bryan Kohberger when he get to the prison system. And the judge let the family put down the correctional system that they have in Idaho. Is you serious? You know what? I think we covered what we needed to cover. I don't see here and watch this. You already watched it. And I'm gonna tell you, I've watched it. Like, I think that for me too, Jay said no applause allowed in the UK. It's no applause allowed. It's no reaction allowed in court in the United States of America neither. But this judge was so biased to the prosecution and to what was going on that he denied everything the defense team would have put on plate. He denied the prosecution the Frank hearing. He denied the prosecution a whole bunch of other shit. He denied the defense team a little bit of more time for them to get a proper case taken care of. What was the problem to wait? What was the problem? What was the rush? If the prosecution cannot give Ann Taylor what she needs to prepare a case by the time she said it the last time, how could she be ready to take a plea deal? How? I mean, of course, she knew that the prosecution and the judge was about to take this. She knew. Listen, they don't care about nothing. They just want to hear out of your mouth that you're guilty, and they'll all be happy. Guilters be happy. News media outlets be happy. Bill Thompson could retire with his last so-called win. You know what? I think we're going to leave it here for tonight. I appreciate everyone that was here. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Echoes of Clarity, for passing by. Thank you, Joanne from Utah, for passing by. Big shout out to Amy Conway. We appreciate her so much. Early, fast recovery. We appreciate you. We miss you on the channel. I think we covered today's live stream pretty good, though. If y'all found any value in the conversation that we have here, please make sure you send some love in the cash out to TheOnPointFamily. Please make sure to click like, subscribe, and share the content. Make sure y'all do that. I appreciate y'all so much from the bottom of my life. And make sure you subscribe to Jrod on Point. So like that, hit the notifications. Thank you, Jane. I appreciate you. Y'all make this life great. Y'all make this life great. The interaction between me and you and our other moderators and subscribers that come by, have little chit chats with us. That's what is important. You know, as long as y'all happy and satisfied with the work we do here, nothing else matters. Okay. Big shout out to Jane. Big shout out to Amy Conway. Big shout out to Joanne. I appreciate y'all so much. Big shout out to Echoes of Clarity. Big shout out to Alexis. Thank you so much for passing by. Thank you for everything that y'all do for the channel and everything that y'all do for the true crime community. And I cannot leave without telling you, believe in yourself, because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that y'all gonna take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself and take care of yourself so you'll be able to love and take care of others. Appreciate y'all as always. Your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep, Jrod on Point. Get out your boy. Click like, subscribe, hit the notifications so you'll be here when we go live, when we put content out. Thank you so much. I appreciate for all of y'all to be here. And Jane, as always, I keep you in my heart very close. Saying to Amy Conway. And we're gonna be here next weekend. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna come live for the rest of the week, because I don't know. I might pop the stream up and talk about something else, but I got so much content that I gotta put out. Then y'all gonna see me next weekend. Alright. So love y'all. Thank you for everything that y'all do for this channel. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna leave y'all with your favorite song. My favorite song. You So Sexy. Love y'all, ladies. Thank you for everything. Have a beautiful and wonderful week until I see you next weekend. Love ya.